Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, March 1st, 2024. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. So, the stock market looks unstoppable. We saw yesterday how the Nasdaq composite, the Nasdaq indeed surpassed its previous high record set back in November 2021. And it has jumped so far in February an impressive 6.1%. And this is being fueled really by obviously the hype behind AI. So will we see a continuation of this hype into the markets today? Well, we saw that in the London session, the Nasdaq did fluctuate to the upside, okay, but it quickly retreated. It created a pullback. Will that pullback be enough so far for the market to continue its momentum to the upside, or will it do a deeper correction, and we can use that 18,000 level as a psychological support level for it, as well as the moving average? So that area between the 18,000 and the moving average can be of support. All right, so we could probably come in and take some positions to the upside. Now that's risky because if the market is trending lower, why will we come in and buy? Well, that is one of the reasons that you want to be looking at the market's fluctuation and its strength. Will we have more news coming out today? Yes, we are going to have more macroeconomic news coming out today, and will they have an impact on the market? We'll find out. On the S&P 500, it's being more flattish right now. Well, that fluctuation will it stay around the 5100, acting as a pivot point for the S&P 500, or will it trade lower, or will it make another correction as it did in the London session towards the 5080 area, and the moving average is right close to it, so we can use that as well. And the RSI is getting closer to being overbought. So 5100 towards the 5120, 5130 can be the targets. Then talk about the Dow. The Dow is already in the red, or making as a correction. It did bounce off the moving average as we see here. And then will this fluctuation to the downside continue and again meet the moving average and then turn around and go back higher? Or will at the open the market just hold steady here at 39,000 and then just find more buyers coming in at the bell and bring the market north of 39,100? That could also be another case. The RSI is further away from being overbought, so we have a lot to cover. Then we have crude oil that has finally broken out of that $79 roof ceiling that it had. It had that ceiling for nearly the entirety of the last 2 weeks of February. So today we are actually fluctuating to the upside. We have come and kissed the resistance of $80, and it's doing a little bit of a pullback. Now, will this be just basically taking some money off the table? Could this be also just repositioning itself for another leg up towards the $81 marker? Now that since we already have come close to our resistance, we need to just move the resistance, and I'm gonna make it between them two. So I'm gonna put 80.50 as our resistance. RSI is getting closer to being overbought, but it's not. It hasn't reached it yet. So we have room to the upside. We have here the Nat Gas. Nat Gas is being flattish. I'm looking at Nat Gas to stay in low volatility today. So it's going to be pivoting around this area of 180, 185. I'm out of Nat Gas. Gold has made a fantastic fluctuation to the upside, following or continuing its fluctuation from yesterday when the PCE number came out. We saw everything going up. The indices, metals, currencies going higher. RSI is getting closer to being overbought. So that space between the line of the RSI and the 70 marker can probably take us to the 2060 resistance level. So let's see if that will be the case, or will it continue to pull back and find some support at 2050, and then find some buyers here, and then continue to its leg higher. Then we have here silver. Silver is being flattish really also. That big gap has been basically closed with earlier fluctuation from London session. The moving average is above the market, so it's acting as a dynamic resistance level for it. 2250 seems to be a place where the market did rebound from it. So let's see if it will be met again. The RSI is below the 50 value, implying that a momentum to the downside can be picking up. So that's why I'm basically saying out of silver. It's going to be low volume. Then we have copper that is making a lower fluctuation. Let's see if it comes down to 376, 77, and find that support here. The RSI is right in the middle, in the smack middle of it. So it'll be something of low volatility as well. Then we have Bitcoin that is looking to stay north of 60,000. Let's see if we can come back to the high being created on the 20th of February, right around 64,000. Let's see if that will be the case for today for Bitcoin. And then we have the currencies, the euro looking to stay north of 108 as well, but it did open with a gap down. However, it has been closed. The moving average is above the market, so it's going to be acting as a dynamic resistance. So keep that in mind. Now, will the market just turn around and just continue with this pressure to the downside? If that's the case, let's see if 1.078 will be the support for it. The pound also opened with a gap down. It has been closed. The moving average is above the market, acting as a dynamic resistance. 126 is going to be the support for it. And the dollar index seems to be holding steady north of 104, where the moving average is below it, acting as a dynamic support. So 104 200 is going to be the resistance for it. If it breaks out of this resistance, we're going to be seeing that the currencies will be trading below 108 for the euro and towards the 126 for the pound. That's it for me today. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.